when you look at Generation Y and the millennials after that, they look at things in substantially different ways than Generation X or the boomers before that. I come from the boomer generation, but Generation X as well. They look at media. They've been brought up that we are a product of how we have been brought up, and what we look at things and how we process media is really a bit quite different from the way things are now. A boomer and a Generation X, they've been used to a passive media consumer. We've had television, we've had radio, magazines, newspapers. We've taken what's been given to us. Where the changes happened with Generation Y and millennials following that is that they are receiving things, they're expecting hundreds of channels of television. They expect YouTube, the video on demand. They expect their iPods to have any music that they want on control, TiVos, the Wii, the whole range of options. They look at media in a very different way, active consumers of media. When you look at meetings, meetings are a form of media. In fact, some would say they are the original social media. And so as we look at Generation Y, as they come into the workplace, as they are affecting a change in terms of what they expect from meetings, it's different. They expect things to be on demand. They expect much more interactivity. They expect a say in how the event happens. They don't want a direct sell. The talking head is going to be increasingly dead from that standpoint. They're going to want more and more of a say in the product. One example that comes to mind that typifies it is the South by Southwest conference a year and a half ago. It was one of the first uses of Twitter ever for events. What happened is that Sarah Lacy, the interviewer, was interviewing Mark Zuckerberg, the then 23-year-old billionaire owner of Facebook. Unfortunately, Sarah was not as prepared as the audience thought that she should be. And so what did they do? This is a Generation Y audience. It's an audience that's about music and technology. They pulled out their phones, they started twittering. It started twittering about how lame the session was. In fact, one person twittered, "I'll pay someone $10 to yell out, 'Zuck, you suck.'" And that's where it happened. That's when the crowd mentality using Twitter took over. Eventually, they started yelling out questions, and the interviewer and Mark lost complete control of the audience. The audience got what they want. They got the questions answered they want by yelling it out. But this typifies the changes that are happening, that the audience is going to expect more input. They're going to want direct responses to what they want. Generation Y looks at meetings differently. They're going to expect it to be the media that they're used, the interactive media that they're used to in all these other channels.